You're walking alone on a deserted road, the only sound being the creaking of trees and the faint hum of a distant car. Suddenly, the silence is shattered by the rustling of leaves, and a figure vanishes into the darkness. This is the last moment of peace for a young woman, whose life is about to take a devastating turn. You find yourself in the sweltering summer of 1973, in a small town in Texas, where everyone knows each other's names. The sun is setting over the horizon, casting a golden glow over the quaint streets. But amidst the peaceful atmosphere, a sense of unease settles in. A 27-year-old woman, with a bright smile and an infectious laugh, has just left her friends at a local bar, promising to meet them the next day. As she walks home, the streets grow emptier, and the shadows grow longer. You're walking alongside her, feeling the warm breeze on your skin, and the sound of crickets filling the air. But as you turn a corner, she's gone. Vanished into thin air. The search begins, and the town is left wondering what happened to her. The investigation starts with a thorough search of the area, interviewing witnesses, and scouring the streets for any sign of her. As the days turn into weeks, the town is gripped with fear, and the mystery deepens. You're left wondering what could have happened to her. Was it a crime of opportunity, or a premeditated act? The not knowing is what's most terrifying. You're now in the present day, 53 years after her disappearance. The case has gone cold, and the town has moved on. But the family of the missing woman has never given up hope. They've continued to search for answers, and finally, a breakthrough comes. A team of investigators, armed with new technology and a fresh perspective, reopen the case. They start by re-examining the evidence and re-interviewing witnesses. And then, it happens. A discovery is made that will change everything. You're standing in a dusty, old warehouse, the air thick with the smell of decay, and the sound of rats scurrying through the shadows. The investigators are huddled around a table, poring over old files and photographs. And then, one of them gasps, as they stumble upon a crucial piece of evidence. It's a piece of clothing, torn and tattered, but unmistakably belonging to the missing woman. The room falls silent, as the reality sets in. She's been found, but the question is, where? And what happened to her? The investigation is now a recovery operation, and the team is racing against time to uncover the truth. You're now part of the investigation team, racing against time to uncover the truth. The discovery of the clothing has led you to a remote location, deep in the Texas wilderness. The terrain is treacherous, with steep cliffs and dense forests. But you're driven by a sense of justice, and a need to uncover the truth. As you make your way through the underbrush, you stumble upon a hidden clearing. And there, in the center, you see it. A grave, marked with a simple cross and a faded name. The missing woman has been found, but the question is, how did she end up here? The investigation is now a complex web of forensic analysis and witness interviews. You're following the evidence, and the trail leads you to a surprising suspect. Someone who was close to the missing woman, but had a dark secret. The atmosphere is tense and suspenseful, like you're getting closer to the truth, but it's still just out of reach. You're now deep in the investigation, following a trail of clues that lead you to a surprising twist. The suspect, who was close to the missing woman, has a rock-solid alibi. They were nowhere near the location where the body was found. But as you dig deeper, you discover a shocking revelation. The suspect had an accomplice, someone who was even closer to the missing woman. A family member who had a dark secret and a motive to kill. The investigation is now a complex web of family dynamics and hidden secrets. You're following the evidence, and the trail leads you to a shocking conclusion. The missing woman was killed by someone she trusted, someone who was supposed to protect her. The atmosphere is tense and suspenseful, like you're getting closer to the truth, but it's still just out of reach. You're now in the aftermath of the investigation, and the truth has finally been revealed. The family member who was responsible for the missing woman's death has been arrested and charged with murder. The town is in shock, and the family is left to pick up the pieces. You're standing in a crowded courtroom, the air thick with tension and emotion. The family member is seated in the defendant's chair, their face etched with a mix of sadness and remorse. The judge is banging his gavel as the verdict is read. Guilty of murder in the first degree. The atmosphere is somber and reflective, like justice has finally been served. But as you look around the courtroom, you notice something strange. The family member who was responsible for the murder seems almost relieved. Like a weight has been lifted off their shoulders. And then it hits you. The truth is still not fully revealed. There's still a dark secret lurking in the shadows. You're now in the present day, reflecting on the case and the investigation. The family member who was responsible for the murder has been sentenced to life in prison. The town has moved on, but the family is still struggling to come to terms with the truth. You're standing in a quiet, suburban street, the air thick with the smell of freshly cut grass and the sound of children playing in the distance. The house where the missing woman lived is still standing, but it's now a reminder of the tragedy that occurred. The atmosphere is somber and reflective, like the town is still trying to heal. But as you look around, you notice something strange. The house seems to be watching you, like it's waiting for you to uncover the truth. And then it hits you. The truth is still not fully revealed. There's still a dark secret lurking in the shadows. The case may be closed, but the mystery will live on forever. You're left wondering, what really happened to the missing woman? Was it a crime of passion or a premeditated act? The not knowing is what's most terrifying. And as you walk away from the house, you can't shake the feeling that you're being watched, and the truth is still out there, waiting to be uncovered. As you finish watching this video, you're left with a haunting question. What really happened to the missing woman? Was it a crime of passion or a premeditated act? The not knowing is what's most terrifying. If you have any theories or comments, please leave them below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more true crime content. And if you want to support our channel, consider becoming a member or buying some merchandise. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.